It's week 4 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Commanders and the Buccaneers, next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here. As it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Washington now brings this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
So here are the Bucs backed up to start their initial drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got...
Now Adams to throw. Throwing to start the drive. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Adams. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taking on the midfield logo. Fights off the defender. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out.
And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Now a first carry here for Robinson.
He'll get this down to the 38.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson to about the 26 here. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is indeed good.
And it's 3-0 Washington.
So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On second down, it's Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You talk about this Washington defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2.
They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows to 10-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Adams.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Adams going to throw again.
That's dumped off to Pollard.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw. Adams
working the middle field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. You talk about this Washington defense.
They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. In Washington territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That's out wide for Palmer.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Operating from the gun, Adams. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Adams.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19.
11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique.
This time, though, he's unable to convert.
So here is Washington now to take over.
They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They start on the ground with Robinson here.
And this is going to be a Commanders first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
2nd and 5. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Adams. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Adams. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Adams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Pass incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
This now a 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare.
The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Adams. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Pollard will take it up the gut, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Strong running at the 30. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A short one here, caught by McBride.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now back to throw.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's caught. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Robinson up the middle.
And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr. his 7th rushing touchdown of the year.
And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes our score 17-0.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Powering his way forward. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, the way things have been going in this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looking to throw. Adams throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He finds his man, Pollard. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
If it's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other, and yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now a give here to Pollard. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And completes it again to Metcalf. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less, as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to throw again. Short one here, caught by McBride.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. They'll throw now on the final play.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will do it for this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin with an always physical one in the NFC East. Heated rivals, Dallas and Philadelphia, at it again. And that one closing in on halftime with the Cowboys out on top. C.D. Lamb, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Falcons seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. A touchdown on the ground there for James Cook.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Taken at the goal line. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Out of the gun now on third down.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run this one right with Robinson.
There he goes, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's first and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
Now wasting time going right back to DK Metcalf. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll run with Robinson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Brian Robinson Jr.
That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list.
And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point try now from Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson.
On the return, it's Washington.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Now Adams on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Adams.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
It's 42.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Off-play action. Adams.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak.
And the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jamin Davis drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7.
Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the 1st at the 29. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw on 3rd down, Adams. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. 2nd and 3. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Back to throw here. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying?
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's McBride. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Here's Adams to throw on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Adams.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll run. Here's Pollard.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Adams.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Adams now to throw on 3rd down.
That's dumped off to Pollard. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Now Ouch. You thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Back now here on EA Sports. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Adams. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
The Commanders' 36-yard line.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Back to throw. Adams. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jamin Davis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Now Adams to throw. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, they got him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Adams. And he's going to go down again. Jalen Carter. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Washington, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they